There we go. All right. I didn't mean to. But yeah, let's go ahead and start at the top, man. Here's the big news. I'm not gonna say the name of the company for legal reasons, but this is a legal situation. It's a very serious situation. Um, I'm taking this situation very seriously. Um, I am officially unemployed. I have been terminated from the place I used to work at. I believe it is an unlawful termination, and we can talk about that a little later, but it is like as it stands right now, I'm officially unemployed. Um, I think that's pretty straightforward. Um, so what happened? The place that I was working at, um, they they got they're unionized, right? And it's not that I'm like it's like I did not want to join that union. I'm gonna be real. I saw the benefits that they were offering before and after Fresh Rec became unionized, and I didn't see marginal benefit. Um, to be a part of the union, you have to pay union dues every single week, and I'm also a Christian, and I know my rights as a Christian. And so, for those of you who don't know, there is when the Civil Rights Act when when President Lyndon Baines Johnson signed the Civil Rights Act in 1964 or something like that. Um, and I believe that was the act that a lot of people in America were protesting for to help black people to end discrimination. That and, Dr. Martin Luther King, all those things. Um, that act like was signed into law, and it protects people, um, including employees, from you know being discriminated on the basis of their race, you know, um, and that includes religion. And so, um, I had the conversation with pretty much everyone in the management staff. I told them I'm not signing it. They tried to get me to sign up for it on my first day during orientation, and I told them I'm not signing it. And they let me speak to both the union lady, the union representative, and they let me speak to the senior vice president of HR, on why I was not signing it. And I was like, okay, this is great. And I said, yo, I'm not signing it because I don't want to, and I want a religious accommodation. But she said, we're gonna have to figure this out because if you don't sign it, then you'll be terminated. I'm like, listen, man, like, what's up, bro? So, uh, fast forward 6 months, nothing happens. Let me take it back. In that 6 months, um, there was an opportunity for me to interview about my religious accommodation, like everything I wanted to do. Okay, so I already knew that there were prior cases where people who, like there was a company policy that went against their religion, like how they went along with it. And for union dues, for paying union dues and signing up for the union, what you can do is, since everybody else is still paying the union, it's not fair that you don't pay the union and they do. So you still have to pay, but you won't be represented by the union, which is your decision. You know what I'm saying? New York is they say it's a right to work state. I don't know anything about that. But basically, it allows the employer to put that ultimatum on you to say if you don't sign up, then you have to be terminated. And so the accommodation is you have to pay a charity this equivalent amount. You know what I'm saying? And that's a tax write off, but we don't have to talk about that. It's not all about finances. And so I was interviewed by the senior vice president, and she asked me all types of interesting questions. Is this not really about religion? Is this more so because you don't want to pay? Is this because, what I'm saying, you disagree with unions or like political beliefs or whatever? So she was asking me questions, and I'm like, yo, religious accommodation. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it straight. Let's keep it straightforward. Religious accommodation. I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying? She asked me what the charity I wanted to donate to. I said either Team Water with Mr. Beast. Every dollar, I believe, goes to, it's like 1 year clean water. I don't know, something like that. But the dollars provide water, clean water to people who need it all around the world. And so I said either that charity or Operation Underground Railroad, which is a charity that frees children from sex slavery from around the world. Guess you guys don't realize it. There's still slavery, and there are children who are slaves around the world, and it's not good. So there's Operation Underground Railroad, great organization, headed by Tim Ballard. Highly recommend donating. You can check that out if that sounds something if that sounded interesting to you. So let's fast forward, right? 6 months later, she's like, "All right, I'm gonna take this interview and I'm gonna go to legal and I'm gonna see like what we can do." That was last year. I'm like, "Yo, 3 months later, any updates from legal? No, man. Okay. 2 months later, any updates from legal? No, man. Okay. But I'm still employed." And one of the things that the union says that they provide is a 30-cent increase every 6 months that you're employed with the company. Now, I asked the site manager, yo, since I'm not a part of the union, do I still get that increase? He said, yeah. And I indeed got that increase. So at this point, not only did they feel like it's kind of like they accommodated me, but they didn't like made it fair for the rest of the company. So, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna say that. I don't want to incriminate myself, but you know what I'm saying. I knew that I wasn't paying dues, and they were paying dues, right? So, I guess this is one of the reasons why the unions make everybody pay dues. So it's not anybody who's like, oh, y'all dumb, y'all paying dues, blah blah. Right. So time keeps ticking, right? And I got my increase. I'm saving my money, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing everything I need to do. And bro, New Year's hit. And I started getting these emails. Yo, you need to sign up for the union. You need to sign up for the union. Or you're going to be terminated. You need to sign up for the union or you're going to be terminated. So I said, all right. You know what I'm saying? They already know my situation. I ain't signing it. More pressure came. Supervisor, yo, you need to sign up for the union or you're going to be terminated. They already know my situation. I ain't signing it. Right? Meanwhile, I got my 30-cent increase. I ain't signing it. All right? Boom. There's an opportunity for supervisor. I'm the head candidate. I was scheduled for my supervisor interview on the 3rd. I worked February 2nd, on the 3rd of February. I was scheduled for my interview. On February 2nd, I worked my shift. On February 3rd, before my interview, the manager told me, Ming, you are terminated. And if you want to continue working here, you have to sign up for the union. I said, wait, can you confirm whether or not I'm terminated? I'm actually terminated? He said, bro, you're terminated, bro. And so I'm like, okay. He said, but the HR lady's here. Let me let you speak with the HR lady. I said, I bet. HR lady, she's like, hey, Ming, it's official. I said, yo, but I told you about the religious accommodation. She said, I'm here to let you know that February 2nd was the termination date. I said, okay. I'm going to do my best to fight it legally. She said, that is your right. I said, okay, thank you very much. And we hung up the phone. Moments after that, the manager, I guess doing his job, decided to post my position available. I reached out to the site manager. Yo, can I still interview for supervisor, although I was terminated? Even though I requested religious accommodation, all of this is in the text. He said, since you were terminated, you cannot interview. I said, I bet. Right? He said, but let me see if that we can make that happen. I haven't heard back from them, man. But they posted my position company wide. I haven't heard back to them. One of the guys who was working there, he hit me on Instagram. He was laughing. He was like, yo, I heard you about to sue the company. I heard they fired you. Right? So, not only is this a case of what I believe, in my opinion, religious discrimination and retaliation for terminating me. This is also a case of humiliation. Right? This is putting somebody in financial hardship. This is a stressful situation. And because of that, I decided to pursue my rights legally and filed a charge with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission with the federal government. Then the very next day, I went down to the headquarters here in New York City. It was down by Wall Street in the big One World Trade Center. And they told me everything I needed to know. They told me that this seems like a credible case and that I could also cross-file it with the state because it's state law as well for religious discrimination. And I said, okay, let's file this charge. He said, this is what I need in order for you to file this charge. And I gave him everything he needed. I filed the charge. I've been in my head on whether or not this is going to be worth it. But based on my evidence, I got screenshots, you know what I'm saying? I got text messages, emails, based on my cold hard evidence and my understanding of the law. It's a pretty strong case. The federal government caps compensatory damages and punitive damages at $300,000. If you are still unemployed by the time you reach mediation or settlement negotiated or lawsuit, then the law also says that they have to make you whole by giving you back pay, and that they also should give you front pay. And since I was denied a supervisor spot, I could be front pay at that supervisor, you know, annual salary. Right, front pay can be like 1 to 2 years, for example. So even though 300,000 is the cap for compensatory damages, back pay and front pay is different. Okay. The law also states that I should do my best to mitigate the damages, and that I should try to find another job. Now, if I, mitigate the damages to the best of my ability and actually find another job, my back pay stops on that date that I start the job, and the front pay no longer becomes a part of the conversation. So now we're talking about just compensatory damages for stress, for humiliation, like that, IGDM of the employee laughing about me being terminated. So that's what I've been going through. And I got to bring income in. And so what have I been doing in order to offset things? Listen, I was born in the projects in Yonkers. I grew up raised by my grandmother in the South. You know what I'm saying? Clinton County, Henry County, if you know anything about it. I'm the fourth of 10 children. There was like 7 of us in the house together. When we didn't have food, we didn't eat. Oftentimes we ran out of food stamps and we'd be like 2 weeks without food. If we didn't have the rent, we'd move in with one of our aunts, for example. So I've experienced living on government assistance, and although I think our government is a little bloated, and our Congress historically and currently is likely driving us towards bankruptcy, the law there's federal, state, and local laws, city laws that like kind of helps people out for situations like this. And so obviously there's unemployment that you can get. There's SNAP benefits you can get for food, prevent you from going hungry. And there's other like government programs where the government will pay you. And my goal is to use that to sort of help me get through this. And if I find a job, obviously I want to get the job that I want, so I want to get a better job. I'm studying machine learning as well, and so studying Python, so that could be that's a great career opportunity. But also, finding a job that was in that career of like being a operations supervisor, operations management, leadership. If I find a job, then you know what I'm saying, it's like I got a job again, and now we're talking about just these compensatory damages in a lawsuit. But if I don't find a job, then um, since you know what I'm saying, if the unemployment gets approved, then that will I think that will greatly reduce back pay if not stop it completely. Um, the SNAP may also reduce back pay, things like that. But front pay should still be on the table. Like if I don't get a job by the time we actually negotiate a settlement, or we get to the the lawsuit, like an actual trial, um, at that point, um, we're talking about compensatory damages. Again, capped at 300,000, and that's on the federal side. The state side, there's uncapped damages, um, but there's also front pay as well. So, and that's if I don't get a job. Talk about front pay, um, which is in addition to the compensatory. So it could you know what I'm saying, if it's not likely to max out. I mean, I'd imagine a situation where compensatory maxes out is if the person has suicidal ideation. They, get a therapist. They, I don't know, like something like just extreme hardship and it's documented. Doctors, medication, all these things. Um, maybe it'll cap out, or if they're a good negotiator, whatever. Uh, Very rare circumstances where it caps out, but I'm not gonna lie. This is a stressful situation, and so I'm looking for I'm looking for a fair settlement. And the first goal, as the law says, and as I'd ideally want, is they give me the job back, actually at the supervisor position. Um, you know what I'm saying? We talk about those damages. I get that back pay. And maybe they go through some training so this doesn't happen to any other employees going forward. And we keep it pushing, man. It's all business. So, if y'all had any questions, if I had motion, I can answer y'all questions. But if y'all have any questions, I guess in the YouTube comments, feel free to ask. All right. My throat is kind of like I'm a little thirsty. I'm a little thirsty. Why am I not online on Twitch? There we go. I guess I was just streaming to myself.
Man, grown up. You almost flew out your seat, Molly. You almost went flying. You ever fly before?
No.
You almost went flying.
And my mommy does.
Wait, grab it, apple juice, grab it, apple juice. Good catch, Chet, because I for sure forgot. You like birds? You almost turned into a bird. You were flying everywhere. Yeah.
You know, I fly before, and my mom does for my head and my knee.
Oh my God.
Bali look like Brooklyn.
Ain't no damn Black Friday. This shit's not cheap. No discounty. All full price, sir. Who? Danae or Donnie? That nigga said Donnie.
It's a W delay in the chat.
Is it D-O or D-A? Oh, it might be Donnie. I don't know. Donnie, appreciate that 5. I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, snow cone.
I think you're a liar. Ooh. No red flags.
I didn't say I had no red flags. I said I have red flags. She fucking stupid. No, I just said I have red flags. I don't know what they are though. Like you have to find out.
I don't want to find out. I'm not right now. I don't want to find out later.
Okay, what about you? Do you have any red flags?
My red flag is, let me think. It's probably, I put my girl last priorities because I'm very goal oriented.
Okay. I don't want to be last priority. First, it's okay. I like goal oriented, but last, I don't like that.
Man, I like to eat you out too much. Like, I'll probably eat you out like 10 times a day.
Okay.
That's just a problem. You know what I'm saying?
You can do that.
Provisions. What about you? What's your red flag?
He got the balloon to just.
I like making everyone happy.
That's a green flag. What the fuck?
That's so sweet.
Florence, what's your red flag?
I'm just black.
Bro,
Okay.
that's not.
I'm a workaholic. I just like to work a lot.
Okay. That's not bad. What do you do? Okay, I guess that'll be next.
That's valid, yeah.
I do a lot of things. You feel me? Know what I'm saying?
Oh, crypto, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stream. Shit like that.
What do you stream?
My life.
Okay, that's cool.
What type of streams?
Outside.
Outside, okay, I like that. That's cool.
Oh, I have a red flag. Oh, I care too much. Like why you not at home?
Aw, so sweet.
Why you not at home? Like, why you outside? You feel me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's valid. That's valid.
That's valid. All right, do you guys have more questions for her? Or do you want her to go to popping your guys' balloon?
I'll tell her.
I am 5'3".
What do you do?
Oh, yeah, that was the next question, I think.
Oh, you want to ask them all what they do?
Bro, if she's 5'3",
Oh, he
how
already
tall
said
is
He did not.
snow cone?
He did. He's the only one that did.
Oh, okay.
What's the question?
What do you do?
I make content.
Okay.
What do you do, Provisions?
I'm a TikTok ads creator and I make content. Yeah.
Okay.
I gamble.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What do you think is What do you think is the minimum a guy should make a month to date you?
I don't really know,
You don't know?
actually.
That's valid.
I don't worry about the numbers or the
As
money,
long as
to
we
be
get
honest.
around, right?
As long as what?
We get around.
Get around?
Like everything you need is there.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. We're keeping all the balloons? Everyone's keeping their balloons?
I think
Okay.
so, yes.
All right. Well, since all 40 men still have their balloons, I'm gonna let you ask them questions, and you can pop all their balloons if you want and do whatever you want. With them.
Okay. Have you ever cheated?
Nah, I don't cheat.
Everybody gonna say no.
No, I'm honest. I'm honest guy. I don't cheat.
Okay.
I swear.
Okay.
Nah, I've never cheated. Not yet.
Not yet.
I'm scared. I don't want to find out. Thank you for being honest. I'm hearing you.
No. Never, no.
No, never. Okay.
All right. Why should she pick you and go in order?
Wait, you go start right there.
Why she pick me? I'm saying I'm just
Right.
like, trying to find my wife. You know what I'm saying? The wife might just be you. That's all it is.
I mean, let me just, I don't know, like, I guess I live in a penthouse and I make like 70K a month. And, you know what I'm saying? And also, I make 70K a month. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, shit like that.
Okay.
When you're with me, you're gonna have a good time.
Okay. I think he's charming me. I think I like him.
You like him?
Yeah.
Do you want to match with him?
No, more questions.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Do you guys ask her something? Ask her something.
Wait, I have a question. Oh, I lost it. Sorry.
Do you guys have any questions for her?
What do you do for a living?
I'm a tattoo artist and I model.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait. So, like, you can use me as like a canvas?
Yes, I would love that. Actually, I would love that because.
Also, do me as, and do your toes stay down?
Huh?
Your toes stay down?
Do they? Yeah.
You like your toes to
No, this nigga's always freaked out, man. I'm telling you.
This is rated X.
That's a red flag, right?
Yeah.
All right. Order in the door.
Order.
All right. Let's see. Why do you guys think you should have a chance with Miss Vanessa? Because so you can suck her feet?
Yeah, everything.
So that's your reason.
I'm a good boy. You feel me? I'm a slut. You know what I'm saying? And I have a 10-inch cock. So just keep that in consideration.
Okay, I think let's. I'm so sorry.
All right. Two
Just
left.
a little too freaked out.
Two left.
Oh, no, I can match that.
All right. Let's see. Is being posted by your partner something that's like important to you?
I think it depends. I think if you're locked in, yeah, it is for sure.
Do you have high standards and why?
What is considered high? What would you guys consider high standards? Like,
Honestly, high standards.
yeah.
I don't have any high standards, like, realistically speaking.
I like flowers. I like gifts. I like dates.
What's your favorite?
No, yo, that's bare minimum. That's bare minimum.
I like you choose. I choose him.
Bullshit ass. Yo,
I choose him.
Other match.
W.
We have a second match tonight. What's your name?
Vanessa.
They didn't want.
Riz.
Wait, ask them if.
I knew he was my match.
Last girl. Everyone lock the hell in. Let's get production. Let's get the balloons back.
That's dope.
I guess I just hold up.
Also, we gotta make sure the background noise is like to a limit, because the mic picks it up. Everyone got one? Perfect. All right, we are on our last girl. So that means some of you will be going home without a woman tonight. There's only one last chance. Oh, I need the mic back.
Oh, I do. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. All right, you guys got one last chance. This is it. All right, can the last lady please come forward?
Oh my God, he's my shit.
Hello.
Hi,
What's your name?
I'm Lexi.
Lexi? Okay, and where are you from?
I'm from California.
Okay. All right. And tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an ex-college student. I do hair and nails now. I went to Boise State. And I also am in like the server life. So I work in the restaurant.
All right, let's see. All right, would you let your partner have access to your phone?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Have you ever been cheated on before?
Yes.
Oh man.
Fuck that guy. What's his name? What was his name? Oh, you don't want to say.
I'll name drop after. He doesn't need clout.
Oh, okay. Fuck that guy.
What are you looking for in your next relationship?
I'm looking to be on a yacht, hopefully.
Damn.
Okay, why did you cop? Why did you cop?
A yacht is not that hard.
That's the first thing that came out of her mouth.
She wants to
I
marry
mean,
No. He doesn't have to have the yacht. I just want to be on a yacht with my man at some point.
I knew that.
Okay.
Yeah. Like,
All right, Lexi, what do you bring to a relationship?
I honestly bring everything. I cook, I clean, I make money, and I don't ever really feel the need to be a stay-at-home.
How do you make your money?
I just. Okay, so Pop, he don't listen. He don't listen. I like a man that listens. I like a man that listens.
Say goodbye, my nigga. Say goodbye.
Yeah. Bye.
I'm so sorry.
What about?
Here, look, I got you here.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. Wait, you stayed out all night? Wow. Wow, that is so. I mean, it's a little beaten up, but like, I'll frame it.
I was saving it just for you.
Oh my gosh, you get a hug for that.
Aww. Okay. All right, why do you guys think Lexi should pick you?
Number one, I'm straight. He actually rolled both ways. He's lying, bro. He's lying. Okay, look. Okay, look. All right. Look, hold on.
I'm speechless.
Wait. Listen, these niggas trying to dirty Mac. Okay, listen. I kissed a trans one time. I didn't know. I got tricked. Okay. But look, because like these niggas keep on saying this shit over and over
What?
and over. Look, I'm gonna be honest. Yes, I kissed a trans one time. She was
Bro.
mad.
Hey, you know what?
I didn't know.
And you took accountability. I like that. I like that.
And listen, we respect everyone. We respect trans,
Yes.
we respect the gay, bro, LGBTQ plus, type split.
Hey, I respect that, and I respect that. And he's not denying it, so he's not a liar.
Wait, did you tell her why she should pick you, or did they just go straight to this thing?
Yeah, they said.
All right,
Yeah.
why she should pick you? Why she should pick you?
I'm just an
I ain't
honest
gonna lie.
man, you know what I'm saying? I just want an honest woman, and if we can do that together, now so we can make kids, easy.
There's certain things you take
like
to the
that.
grave, gang.
I'm very well off, you know, and like I'll eat you out.
See, you're overly freaked out,
All right. So yeah. That's not even respectful. That's a little too wild.
Okay, why she should pick you, Lee?
You know, I feel like I'm just like a very honest guy. I'll tell you the truth. I feel like I'm put together and I'm talented, multi-billionaire, 8 inches thick, you know? I feel like I love
see how
my
you really
daughter,
are?
but
I'm
we
just-
could
just
go
letting you
too,
know.
you know? Like, I mean, shit's really good like that, bro.
And I understand. I just don't know if I want that. Like you just told the whole internet. Everything
Damn.
that could have been kept between
I
us.
told you I'm honest though, and that's like what.
Okay, and I respect that because I am honest, so I won't pop it.
Like,
You're not even in the game
if
anymore.
You don't want me to like disclose the shit on the internet? I wouldn't say it to the internet, but like I just want to prove that like I'm really an honest guy and not a liar. Like this.
All right, I like that. I like that.
what am I
But
lying
he
about?
hasn't lied either, so let's not diss him.
No, so how you gonna know if he's lying?
True. I guess we'll never know. We'll
All
never
right,
know.
what is a toxic trait you both have?
Caring too much. See, you can't even think, bro.
Yeah.
All right, I got some questions for you guys. Yeah, hold on. Yeah. So are you guys a mommy's boy at all?
What that mean?
Like, are you
No,
a
yeah,
mommy's
like
boy?
Mama.
Mommy or yeah.
I love my mom.
Like,
I will die for my mother.
No, of course you love your mom, but like, is she a smother-in-law? Like, is that what I'm looking into?
What do you mean? Okay, look, not gonna lie, like, if you hang with
Is
me,
she too involved in your life?
nah.
It's just like it's just my mom. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay.
It's like my mom, my dad.
All right.
Oh, like she not finna, like it's not like I know what you're talking about. No.
Okay. And if your wife and your daughter are drowning, right? Who are you gonna save
My daughter.
first?
My daughter. My
It
daughter.
depends. Is my daughter like retarded? Is like
Bro,
something wrong?
no, she's
No,
perfectly
hey.
healthy. She's perfectly healthy.
So it's a regular daughter. How old is she?
Wait, if your daughter was disabled,
It doesn't matter the age.
Hold on, like, are we just skipping past
I
that?
didn't say that. I did not say that. I just know.
She's under the age of 18.
Yeah, I saved her. Yeah, I saved her. Instead of you, but I fucking blame. I'd be like, you
Me?
fucking made
I like how he said
you
me.
made my mom die, you son of a bitch. I hate her for the rest of my life.
All right. Okay. Last question. And then, what's your body count? Both of you.
Yes, you.
It's at one.
I thought you weren't a liar. So,
Fucking random slut. I mean, no.
so wait, are you a liar or are you not a liar?
Slut. Lock in, bro.
I'm at one. I have one body. That's it.
Okay, and then,
I have like 7.
all right, see, but this is an honest man and you're not.
Oh, Lisa.
I said one. I'm a human being. I just said that shit. He has fucking 14.
Because you're lying. You're lying.
He has 14. Who would lie about 7?
Bro, he saved this rose for me all night.
I said a higher number than him though, so like I'm a little bit honest. You feel me? Wait.
I fucked one thing. Ain't like that's it.
Thing is crazy, and you were just coming for him? Question mark.
Hey yo.
Okay. Well, Lee, you're unfortunately out.
I choose you.
Oh shit. We have our match. Aww. You guys can walk into the camera together. Okay. W last match. All right. Wow. Well, that. Of course, bro. Of course.
All right. Perfect. You want it in the trunk or the back seat? All right, bet. Got you. Of course. Now, Bali said I'm her favorite streamer. That's the clip I seen. So I had to do something nice.
Oh, she did say that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, this shit was $200. So y'all make sure y'all bill that. Oh, shit. Then she got some chalk. Is she gonna be able to use this at home? Yeah. All right, bet. That's everything. Of course. Oh, I gotta get you a booster seat. It's a chapstick.
Thank you.
Uncle Moo. I left my Starbucks on the ground. I'm not going back to get it. Whoa, you bored, bruh? You good, dog? You want to? You don't want to say hi to Dub? Why not? You scared of him? Y'all beefing?
Come on, Bali. We're gonna make this up right now.
Make sure I join the Discord. You go into the
Nobody need to stop beefing, bro. Huh? Nobody need to stop beefing. You make up. She said you scary. She said all different type of stuff. Y'all need to make up.
Tell him to pay his stuff.
Oh, I did see that clip.
I'm right here.
I'm not scared of you. Just finish your stuff.
Remember I taught you how to fight.
Make the stuff, nigga.
Remember Blackiana, appreciate the bits. Remember I taught you how to fight. I remember I taught you how to fight.
Yeah, remember when I said when Brooklyn be mean? Where you got turkey hitter at? Yeah, when she be mean, you why don't you like Doug? I talk to you every time, and I bought you some main tacos. I bought you some Slim Jims. I bought you a Reese's piece of Oreos. So how you don't see me? Is he scary? You want to make up? Pick him up. You want to bite your chicken? You don't have any more? You don't have any more? Be mean to this nigga. Okay? Be mean. It's okay. You don't have to be.
She's scared. She can't even look him in the eyes.
I got a new bed, Molly. I got a new bed. I just bought it. A bed. See my new bed?
You want to leave, Bobby?
I would love for you to, Molly.
You want to leave?
You hear me, Molly? I would love for you to.
He ugly? Is he ugly? You want to leave? It's okay.
Remember, Molly, I helped you ride your bike and everything. It's not nice. Remember, I helped you ride your bike. He's Asian, Molly. Molly, he's Asian. He's a minority here. Ed, he's a minority.
My eyes big or small, Bali? You like Ed, Dub, or Moore?
He's like everybody?
Huh? You trying. Remember I said you're not a loser, you're a what?
Hey, who in here? Turn your camera on real quick. Can y'all hear me?
Come on. Let's go.
Alright, you switch it.
Crackers.
Y'all hear me?
You want them?
Still him. Take him. Take him.
Those woo-ups. Don't steal his stuff. I'm gonna call the police.
Don't let him be mean to you, man. Her energy with love is so different. She got so shy.
She didn't want to. I think she be seeing his lips.
Oh, Mo, you do this TikTok about it?
Yeah. What TikTok you want to do? She was a fairy. Yep. She was a fairy. Yep. Which one?
When I do that.
What am I supposed to do?
6 hours.
Let's go.
Wait, I got to shit once. I was streaming on. What were you doing? You need some shit.
So. So.
You gotta tell him.
Alright, this is actually the second time I'm shooting this video because my opinions on this car have changed so much since the first time that I shot this. So take two. Lamborghini. when I say Lamborghini, you probably picture a certain type, right? Like every car has a type. There's the Ferrari type. There's the Corvette has a type, right? Obviously. Lamborghini is a type. And I've never really thought of myself as a Lamborghini type. Ever, actually. I mean, I've driven their cars, clearly. You guys know about them. But I don't know, I've never really thought that I would be interested in owning a Lamborghini. But I've gotten to test the Temerario for the past couple days, their newest hybrid, and it's crazy. Lamborghini only makes hybrids now. They have gotten to get really focused on hybrids, and it turns out they've gotten really good at it. And this Temerario, this thing right here, is their newest and latest, and I would say greatest. And I like a lot of things about it. There's still some things that I really don't like, so I'll show you that too. But damn, this thing's good. So here it is. You could consider it the Huracan replacement, and the Huracan is legendary, obviously, so they don't want to get rid of any of the aesthetics and the things that made the Huracan so successful, but they also obviously have a lot new going on here. So the basics are, this is a mid-engine supercar. It is all-wheel drive, and that comes from a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 in the back, and then 2 electric motors at the front, plus another one in the gearbox. Altogether, they make combined, I think the number is around 900 horsepower. So it can do 0 to 60 in the 2s, and obviously a 10-ish quarter mile. And also, this car costs $500,000. I think it starts a bit below that. This one's fully loaded, but $500,000 car. So for that price, of course, there are a lot of things to really like about the Temerario. I'll speed through some of my favorite things. Starting at the front, aesthetically, these headlights are kind of a signature of this car now. You can see how they kind of have this hood above them from the top. Because the car is so low, you hardly ever actually see the taillight, but it's down in there and it looks really mean and aggressive from the front. And that's also the DRL and the blinker, the radiators, the whole thing. It looks great from the front. Aesthetically, I love it. It's got this red pinstriping on the front of this carbon fiber diffuser, and there is a lot
looks like it has
of
cameras
carbon
up there. I don't
optioned
like that.
on this car. You look at the side, it's a pretty familiar silhouette. You got the red pinstriping here, red pinstriping down here on the side. It says Temerario over here. Big air vents functional on the side, and the hidden door handle right underneath there. More functional aero up here, more functional aero in here. The engine back here, we'll get to that in a second. It's a brand new engine that revs to 10,000 RPM. But then the back, damn. I think this is the best back of a car they've ever made. As that might be a crazy take, but I think this is an incredible looking back of a car. Like, this is the view you'll normally have right about here, right? If you're behind it. And it's really quick, so you'll probably spend a lot of time behind it. First things first, big center mounted exhaust up at the top. A ton of open space, like there's a lot of air moving through here. You see the backs of the radiators. The lights look really good. That's made of carbon. And then the rear diffuser kind of pinches in the middle here, leaving this huge amount of exposed tire on the back. A couple thoughts on that. One, I think it looks really good. Kind of looks like a jet. Also, the reverse light is down there, kind of like race cars. Two, I'm not sure how legal this is, because three, this throws up a ton of rocks and chips and stones, and whatever you're driving through, if you're behind the Temerario, you better hope you have PPF or something, because you're gonna be feeling that. But either way, aesthetically, this thing is awesome. There is a ton of carbon fiber up here on this spoiler and this whole rear deck lid. All of this right here is optional carbon, and I think this option together is like $80,000 or something like that. So you're gonna see a lot of Temerarios that don't have this much carbon, but still looks great. You can see the V8 and the firing order of the cylinders down in there. It looks really good. Okay, so lots to like about the aesthetics of the Temerario. I will point out for anybody wondering that there is a decent amount of front trunk space. You grab this little latch right here and pull it to open, and this short hood sort of flips open, and that is enough room for exactly what I've needed for this day trip out to California to review this car, which is a duffel bag and a backpack and a tiny bit more on top. That's about all you can fit in there, and that's about all I need, so great. There's just so much functional aero here. Look, you can see the air comes in right at that front splitter and shoots up at the top to keep the front of the car stuck to the ground. There's a lot going on. Okay, for that money, you would think that you'd love the interior as well. And this is where it starts to get a little bit more nuanced with my take. So let's get inside the Temerario. So in here, it starts to get racy, sporty, Lamborghini, as you'd expect it. I'm sitting in these really stiff carbon fiber bucket seats that look amazing, but are not heated or ventilated or power moving. They are manually adjusting, and that's normal for buckets, but not super comfortable for driving for a long time. And then you have this new looking interior here with the steering wheel with carbon fiber on it. The Italian flag colors are everywhere, the hexagons, lots of Alcantara, and then also the screens. So this is the primary display. You've got the driver display back here, and you've got a secondary display for the passenger over there. Lots of carbon. I have a huge amount of carbon in the door here. This is part of that package that I said costs like $80,000, so you kind of can't miss it. Again, you'll see a lot of Temerarios that don't have all of this, but you see the Lamborghini patterns everywhere. You see the speakers in the door. All of that is very pretty and very race car, but I don't love all of this. See, if you've been watching this channel for more than a couple of days, you've already seen we uploaded our ZR1 review for that Corvette right over there. And that is an incredible performance car in a lot of ways similar to this one, maybe even competing against this one, track focused, straight from GM. But that is a very livable, functional, practical interior. This one, not so much. Like the Corvette had cup holders. Lamborghinis, not so much a fan of cup holders. Not really any of those in the middle of this car. I also would really like a place to put my phone in most cars, and well, these are the two most likely spots for you. Again, the Corvette had wireless chargers and all that. This is just a spot to put your phone, which is, it's fine. It kind of slides around. It doesn't charge or anything, and you could plug it in with one of these USB-C ports, but it's not very readable. And then this spot back.
See, this is one of the reasons I like Teslas. I like the Lucid cars because it seems like this car is designed to be as fast as possible and as expensive as possible. And because of that, it sacrifices, as he's describing, the livability of the car. It doesn't make sense to not have cup holders, bro. And then you got seats where it's not comfortable. It just doesn't make sense. And you may want a fast car, but I don't know. I guess this is like a car that maybe you just purchased to look good, to drive slow, and then to drive really fast, maybe when you're racing. Other than that, it's like this car is going to be parked. It's an interesting... I don't think I've ever been a Lamborghini fan, to be real. We're more into McLarens.
Here, and then there is no storage in here. That's just kind of, that's it for your phones. Up at the steering wheel, there is a lot going on. I do like most of it. I like that it's leather and has the carbon up here and then the 12 o'clock red dash here. But I hate this. I hate this. These are the blinkers on the steering wheel. And I never really love blinkers on the steering wheel. You can get used to it if you have the left one on the left side and the right one on the right side somewhere, but they put them both on the left side, and you like tap it to blink 3 times or hold it to put the blinker on and then hit off. I hate this. This is my least favorite blinkers probably in any car, which is a shame. But, you know, a lot of this is just me nitpicking. Like I said, I'm not the Lamborghini type. You don't have to appease me. There's lots of people who buy the Corvette who want it to be more practical. This is a much more raw, aggressive version of that car. So Miles is going to talk about driving it in a second, but let me talk you through a little bit of the tech that makes this such an interesting hybrid. So, foot on the brake, Lamborghini, push to start. So first thing you notice is it starts up fully electric and silent in EV mode. And everything's blue, and that's the default for this car. No cold start needed yet, because you might want to sneak out of your garage and maybe a little bit out of your neighborhood before firing up that 10,000 RPM V8.
That's good.
And not waking up your neighbors. So that's actually a useful feature, and people do drive their Lamborghinis in front-wheel drive and fully electric mode because of that feature. So that's nice. And then from there, this hybrid system is pretty intuitive. You have your drive mode selector over here, and then your EV mode change over here on the right. So if I want to switch from EV mode to Strada, or street mode, it will switch back and forth between electric and gas. And then on the right, you can switch between hybrid and recharge. So it has enough battery, like I said, to drive on fully electric, but you can either choose to plug it in or recharge it with the engine. So you might never have to plug it in. Just switch it to recharge mode. You'll hear that engine actually fire up, and now You'll be able to recharge the battery with the engine. So ideally, you never actually have to plug this car in. Just treat it like a gas car. It's a hybrid, and that's great. Of course, on the left, you also have sport mode. You can hear the valves open up a little bit. And Corsa and Corsa ESC off are all available to you. All the colors change. It gets a little more aggressive. The shift logic changes. A whole bunch changes with driving this car. Now again, there is a lot to like about driving the Temerario, but the software is not one of those things. This is the screen you have for your main Lamborghini built software experience, and it looks, I mean, I get that they want the like fun, cool, holographic type of aesthetic thing, but it does kind of look ancient. Like that's your, it's intuitive, but that's your temperature control, or this, which takes a while to get into your temperature and fan speed stuff here. So that's kind of silly. You can do your custom control shortcuts over here on the right, or you can use these built-in settings, which are these. I don't know. This is the type of thing I will instantly put wireless Android Auto or Apple CarPlay over the top of and never think about it again, because again, there's no place to put my phone and see it well. This is a car that like forces you to use Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. But you know, maybe this is a car that you never even really think about any of that stuff because you're too focused on the driving experience, which is batshit insane. This is, okay, in the lineup, you can think of this as like the little brother to the Revuelto, which is their big NAV12 hybrid. So, you know, Ferrari had the SF90 and the 296. This would be more of a comp to the 296. And I like a lot of what it does in that category of being smaller and more nimble. First of all, it's ridiculously quick in a straight line. In any sort of driving situations, it's unbelievably quick. Revving it to 10,000 is something that you'll hear Miles talk about in a minute, but it just never gets old. I get it. And I mean, I was obviously driving it in the canyons and a lot of the footage that you'll see, but we were driving it at night. It turns out it shoots flames.
Wow.
Like 4-foot flames from the factory. This is a normal exhaust. People are going to straight pipe this thing and it's going to do crazier stuff. But this is a very rowdy, raw version of, you know, a hybrid. Like, you don't see hybrids that have this rowdy, raw experience like this very often. I would say the 296 is much more refined if it wants to be. This doesn't have a refined chill mode. So anyway, this is a lot of car. I've come to really understand it much more now that I've spent more time with it and actually driven it. But for those driving details and for those dynamics notes, take it away, Miles.
Woo! There is so much going on in this car. So, I mean, where do we begin? We've got a twin-turbo V8 that revs to 10,000 RPM, and this is a hot V, which means the turbos are supposed to sit inside the valley of the engine, but the turbos are so big that they won't fit, so they just have to sit on top of the valley. And the turbos have electronically controlled wastegates, so lag isn't really a big concern here. Oh my god, there's an axial flux motor in the transmission. It's a transverse 8-speed dual clutch, similar to what you have in the Lamborghini Revuelto. It's a flat-plane crankshaft that's using a very similar copper alloy to what you've got in Ducati Superbikes. This is easily one of the most complex, interesting engines that's ever been put in a modern supercar from an engineering standpoint. And what that results in is what you're hearing. It really does just seem like a big V8 superbike with massive turbos and a hybrid system shoved inside of a mid-engine platform. And who's to say if a setup like this is going to be reliable in the long term? I couldn't tell you, but what I can tell you is that this is an incredibly, incredibly fun car to drive. Because of the way they've set up the gearing for this car, the 10,000 RPM in combination with the gearing allows you to really just work your way through the gears. that was like 6,000 RPM, I think. It really allows you to kind of enjoy the process of reaching that red line, kind of like chewing your favorite meal very slowly. It's a nice experience, and really allows you to feel like you're getting something out of the experience. In the hybrid system, you've got a small battery giving you like 4-ish miles of electric-only range. It's really just to be able to leave your garage in the morning without upsetting your neighbors, if you have any. But from a dynamics perspective, it really does give this car an instantaneous shove. Lamborghini's biggest task with this car was trying to come up with a way to have a new engine that not only pleases those who were fans of the naturally aspirated V10 and the Huracan, but also take things a step further, make this car even more thrilling, more engaging, more Lamborghini as far as the experience. And I truly do think that this car doesn't need the hybrid system, but I'm not mad that it's here as well. But it has also made this car incredibly heavy. I think this car might be just within 100 or 150 pounds of the Lamborghini Revuelto, which is so much larger, has a massive naturally aspirated V12. Yet this car almost weighs the same. But to be honest, you don't really feel the mass the same way you do in the Lamborghini Revuelto. This truly does feel nimble in the corners. It's easy to control. It's easy to drive. It is a little twitchy, and a part of that is due to the steering feel, which I'll talk about in a second, but it is genuinely confidence inspiring. It doesn't feel like it's held back by the weight, because I mean, 4,200 pounds with 900 horsepower, I think that's a nice ratio, I think. But the steering feel, it's probably my least favorite thing about this car, for sure. It is feather light. It truly is just so light, and when just like accelerating in a straight line, sometimes you feel the steering wheel kind of get a little twitchy and lighten up in a way that I don't really like. I'm not sure if Lamborghini did that on purpose to kind of give this car a sense of like edge. But I would have really loved for this car to have a bit heavier steering feel. This transmission, 8-speed transverse, dual clutch, with an axial flux motor. Unlike the McLaren Artura, which also features an axial flux motor in the gearbox, this one actually has a mechanical reverse gear, so you don't have to rely on electric power to go into reverse, which is good. They've got that signature Lamborghini transmission responsiveness programmed in. On every shift in Corsa mode, the chassis snaps. It's violent, but it's also not laggy. You're not experiencing those cuts in power like you do in like a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Perfect for the street, for performance driving, perfect for the racetrack. Very, very good transmission. 10 out of 10, no notes. From a driving perspective, nothing's really changed as far as negatives go. It's still not comfortable to drive in long distances. It's kind of jerky unless you're driving in an electric mode around town. It's super low to the ground. You know, you're constantly paranoid about scraping this car when entering a driveway or a slight incline. It's got all the same cons that come with having a Lamborghini. Obviously the tech is not where it could be, but my biggest fear going into driving this car was me being worried that it was going to be Porsche-ified, which means hyper competent on a technical level and dynamically excellent, but just lacking the theatrics and all the things that we've come to know and love about Lamborghini. But after driving this car, I don't know why I was ever worried, to be honest. It may not have the sensationalism, the theatrics of like a Diablo GTR or a Mercy SV or an Aventador SVJ, but this might be peak Lamborghini driver's car. Everything they've done from an engineering perspective has made this probably the most enthusiast-focused Lamborghini for on-road driving that I've ever driven. Woo! Yeah, this is one of those ones. But that's
all right, pretty cool. Honor. I think I'm gonna call it a night, man. It's been great to be back.